So if you've got Windows 8, you may find over time that you fill it up with a whole bunch of junk, or your computer just needs a refresh. Perhaps you even picked up some malware, or you're running out of disk space because, like I say, you got too much stuff. Well, with Windows 8, there's a very simple way that you can go back and restore your computer back to its factory defaults, which basically says it will format the hard drive, so it'll erase everything, reinstall Windows, and then put all the software that your computer originally came with back on it as if you've just first bought it. So that's what it means, restoring the factory defaults. So with Windows 8, it's pretty simple. Now we're at the desktop right now. What we're going to do is go back to our normal start screen with all the icons. We're going to go over to our charms bar and go down to settings, and we want to look for change PC settings, which is right below here. Let me move the camera down, and we're looking for this right here, this change settings marker. Now I'm not using Cam Studio for this, obviously, because it won't be available since it's on the host computer that we're showing here, and won't be available during the restoration process. So what you do is you look for General, which is what I've got highlighted right here, and we want to scroll down till we get to these selections here. Now we can refresh the PC without changing any of our files. It's similar to just a typical reinstall. So if Windows isn't working or something like that, it'll just redo the Windows installation but leave all your stuff intact. But what we want to do again is a factory restore. We want to get rid of everything, start over, and that's the second menu. So we're going to click the Get Started button, and it's going to restart the computer, bring up a window, allow us to do some selections, a couple of other things. And of course it gives you this little warning. All your personal files are going to disappear and your PC settings will go back to the way they were. So let's click Next. And now it's going to prepare the computer for resetting back to the factory defaults. Just let the preparation run here. Now I've got multiple drives on this computer, so you might get a selection like this if you've got external hard drives or other things like that that you hooked up to your computer. I only want to change where Windows is installed. If you select this one below here, it's going to erase every drive on your computer. So if you've got hard drives or solid state drives on your computer that you're using as backup drives for all your data, you don't want to select this second option because that will erase those along with your computer's normal hard drive that Windows runs on. We only want to do the one that Windows is on, so we're going to click the first one. And we have options here where we can just remove the files, which of course is say we're just doing the installation over, we're not doing anything with the computer, we just want the files gone and reinstall Windows. But say we're selling the computer or we're giving it away, well then we might want the second option where we fully clean the drive so it doesn't leave any trace of files remaining that could be potentially recovered. Since we're not really doing that, I just want the files removed. So we're going to click this first one. And now it's ready to restart the computer and get everything underway. So let's click Reset. It should reboot the computer here shortly. Here's restarting. Now there are multiple ways that you could also do this. You don't have to do it when you're in Windows. You can do it while the computer is booting up. Usually you have to press Enter or Escape or even F8 sometimes, depending on your computer, to bring up a boot menu. And usually you'll see a screen with several different selections on there. And they believe it's an advanced tab that you want to look for, and then you'll find something similar in there that you can do the recovery from. Now again, this recovery specifically focuses on computers that have Windows 8 installed on them as the primary operating system. Older computers like Windows 7, Vista, those have a different recovery procedure. There we are. Now it's asking for the region and language. So again, it's like first time computer setup. Let's go through this here. Microsoft license terms. I'll leave it like it is. I want to customize my settings. And just leave those on. Leave those off. And we're not going to set up a Microsoft account right now. I'm just going to do a local accounting. Set up my name. And now it's going to do through the preliminary Windows 8 setup. And there you have it. We've done a complete factory default restoration of this computer. If I go to my desktop here, once I find it, there's not a thing on it anymore. So, that is how you do a factory default restore on a computer that's running Windows 8 as its primary operating system.